Hey you guys, I'm Kanika. Welcome to my channel where I cover all things God, business, and just everyday resources to help you get to the next level and with every area you're looking to grow in. With that being said, let's get into the topic. So during the taping of this, I am in the COVID-19 pandemic. It's still kind of quarantining. Some businesses are not open. However, it's a lot better than it was a couple of months ago. Around late February, March is when the media kind of bring it to our attention like, hey, this is serious. You guys should just be cooped up in the house and, so you won't die. And I'm not taking light of it, but that's basically how it just popped up. And so during all this time, whatever these couple of months, what has it been, about 5-6 months roughly. I'm on social media a lot because I do own a business, and I want to engage and promote my business, marketing, doing stuff. And I would see these statuses that would just really trouble my spirit. I would see so much just chaos and just uncertainty. And really it's just a spirit of fear. And I was sitting right here and I'm like, why is everybody so fearful? Like, God is in control. He really just wants us to sit down because we really not doing what we're supposed to do anyway. And God was like, snap to reality, first of all. Kanika, everybody does not serve me. And with that being said, all the benefits, all the peace that you get as a follower of Christ, everybody doesn't have that. And I was like, oh. And so, with that being said, this video is just to encourage you to just uproot that spirit of fear, that spirit of anxiety, and really just trust God in your life. So, what is fear? Fear is a type of terror. It actually is a reverence to whatever you are terrified for. We have an example of that in Proverbs where it says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. So that fear that we're supposed to have for the Lord, that's the beginning of all wisdom. That's not the fear we're supposed to have for anything besides, the Lord or God. And God, let's see. What does God say about fear? We're going to go a little bit deeper. So I have a few scriptures I'm going to share with you. The first one would be 2 Timothy 1:7. This is the King James Version I'll be reading. It says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." So furthermore, God just told us that fear is a spirit. It's not no angel, it's a spirit. So it means that it's unclean. This is an evil spirit that is taking you and distracting you from focusing on God and worshiping God, because you're giving so much reverence and worship to this, whatever it may be. It may be maybe the being laid off from work. It may be fear of a sickness. It may be fear of, you just don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 or 10 minutes because you're so focused on COVID-19. And God is saying like, yo, that's not me. I don't want you to have that. So we're going to go to Isaiah 41:10. All of these are going to be KJV. Yes, baby. Want me in the video? It says, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I would uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." So again, God is saying, don't fear. That's a spirit. That's not of me. That you're putting that before me. I'm going to be with you. If you're following me and you are believing in me, I'm your God. I got you. I will strengthen you. Whatever you're fearful in, I will strengthen you. Whatever fear you have about COVID-19, I will strengthen you in that. And then we're going to go to Psalms 56:3. "What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee." And so right there, King David, because he just wrote a whole book of just worship and praise to the Lord after he did all that crazy stuff. He was saying like, when he is afraid, meaning when he has fear, when he has that anxiety, I'm going to trust in God. Like, You brought me this far. I'm gonna trust in you when I know that I am having a weak moment. And so God is telling to us, stop being fearful of what the media is saying, what the enemy is planning, and these people that are constantly feeding you stuff in the media. Just trust in me. Trust in me. Allow me to be your foundation. And now we're gonna go to Psalms 34:4. I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. So again, King David is saying, I have fears. Whatever King David was fearful of, God delivered him from it. Meaning God helped him. Baby, you can't. Meaning, oh, that was mean. Meaning that God delivered him. So meaning, but the first thing David did, he did what? He sought the Lord. A lot of us are being fearful and we're having all this anxiety because we're not seeking the Lord about the situation. If you're scared about getting COVID, seek the Lord about how to prevent from being COVID. Let's eat better. Let's take better care of ourselves. Let's build up that immune system. Ask God, are you really have your body as a temple to God? Because if you are, you're putting the right stuff in there where your immune system is good, so you won't even be fearful about catching anything because you good. So let's go to Psalms 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Now you can insert COVID-19 because who is COVID-19? What is a disease to God? And yet again, David is saying that the Lord is the strength of his life. His whole life is on that foundation of the Lord. So if you're trusting in such a high and powerful being as God, why are you afraid if you really trust him? Then we're going to go to John 14:27. Are you testifying? Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let your heart not be troubled, neither let it be afraid. So right here, the word of God is saying, I give you peace. I give you peace, not as the world give you. Because we all know that whatever peace the media is trying to give us, whatever peace that these, doctors who are liars, well, some of them are liars, is giving us about this. No, baby. Okay, well, I guess you don't want to lie down. So anyway, the false sense of peace that everything outside of God is giving you, nah, he's not going to give you that type of peace. That's the peace that the world gives you. And we already know that this world is flawed because of sin. And if you don't know, when the devil was kicked out of heaven because he was once an angel, the whole, that just messed up everything. Just made it tainted, technically. So with that being said, he's saying don't be troubled. So your fears, your anxiety about what tomorrow may bring. Well, I got COVID. Do he got COVID? Is they gonna give me COVID by looking at me? Because I'm not making light of the situation. I'm just saying, like, I've been out here and it's crazy how we have on these masks and we have these 6 feet, and it's just interesting how they're combating this COVID thing. And it puts a lot of fear into people because you don't want people to walk up on you. I was in the line at the mall, don't judge me, and for some reason I started coughing uncontrollably. I think it was because of somebody had on some perfume or cologne, and it just was really messing up with my throat. And I was like, I was just going, and I'm like, oh my God. And they're just gonna just scatter, and they're like, she got COVID, they're probably gonna kick me out of the line. And I was just like, no, baby, come here. No. Come here. Sit with mama. No. There we go. No. I don't want you to knock this down. You can be in the video. So I was just like, I had that like little fear and trouble of like, they're gonna think I got COVID and they just gonna kick me out the thing, because that's how they really got things. Here, you wanna play with this? I'm not sure what just happened with him. But anyway, they just got like this thing where like people are fearful of other people. Like family members are not coming to see family members for real because they're scared of catching it. And I get it, but it's kind of crazy. It's like, wow, like we really are scared of each other, because that us not seeing each other is giving us this sense of peace that God was just talking about. You know, not as the world gives it, but we're giving this world peace, closing down these stores and everything. And these masks, which, I don't know, everybody making masks, and I'm just like, those masks can't really be, I don't know. I'm gonna put my opinion on this. This is very interesting. But anyway, with that being said, it's just giving us this false sense of peace. Like having on a mask gives you this peace, like, oh, I'm not gonna catch COVID. But we're really, God has already told us in our word, like, you know, take care of ourselves, you know, eat certain fruits and vegetables, you know, eat a certain way, because our body is a temple, and we really won't have to worry about this. Like, I kid you not, before I really kind of knew about this, I heard the Lord say to me to buy some immune building system gummies, whatever, for me and my baby. He was like, get y'all some, build up y'all immune systems. And cause I was like, okay, I'm be obedient. I didn't think nothing of it. And then next thing you know, we get the news about COVID, and I was like, wow, okay. So God was just kind of like preparing me. And then a lot of people, I'm just going on a rant for a minute. I met someone who had COVID. You know, I'm protect their identity or whatever, because they work with people. And it's crazy. I didn't even ask this person this information. We was totally talking about something else. And they shared with me that they had COVID. And I was like, what? And they was like, oh, I don't got it now. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, let me ask you a question, because I wanted to share with others. I said, how did you beat COVID? And they told me basically they built up their immune system by using natural remedies. I remember one of the remedies was black seed oil, and I posted on my social media. I posted on Facebook. Yeah, so my Facebook is Kanika Houston. So if you want to go to that page and kind of look at my photos, you're going to see a mobile upload of this little sheet of paper, and it's going to show everything that this person did to beat COVID. And they said basically they felt their body, I guess, declining. You know, some people know their body. I'm one of those people, I can kind of feel like a little tickle when I'm about to get sick or whatever. And they were just like, yeah, I kind of felt my body declining. And I immediately just started just taking this natural stuff. I quarantined myself, okay? And I took things to build up my immune system. And so, you know, it's things like that will, you know, just that we can be mindful of. And with that being said, yeah, so this anxiety it's not of God. God does not want us fearful, because that means we're putting other stuff before him. And with that being said, if this video was beneficial to you, or maybe beneficial to someone you know, definitely share it with them. Let them know that they do not need to be fearful, because God is in control. God is with them. No matter what's going on down here, or what they're telling you is going on down here, trust in God. Like, we have to trust in God a lot more than we do. God is not like man. He's not like your father, your mother, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. He doesn't have a flaw that he can disappoint you. There's time, like, our loved ones, even though they may not try to, they may disappoint us. They may let us down. And what I'm saying to you today is, God does not let us down. When things don't happen our way, it's not because God is flawed. It's because what we may have wanted may have been flawed. it may not have been the best thing for us, and we have to understand it. Like even in the middle of this pandemic and stuff, a lot of people are just, just looking at it as a loss more so than a lesson. But a lot of things can be had from this. Like, we don't spend a lot of times with our families. We really don't. We're constantly busy going to work. We're going to these jobs to uphold these lifestyles. But we don't even get to see our families. Like, I just see so much where parents, like, they don't even want to be with their kids. And I'm like, but they're your kids. Like, God says these are gifts. So why are you complaining that you have more one-on-one time with your child? And if your child is not behaving as they should, how about you take that as a little note and pin it to your heart that, hey, maybe I should improve in certain areas so that my child can improve in certain areas. Like I'm a parent, I'm a new parent, my son is 1, but I pay attention to how his behavior is, and I'm like, how can I adjust to improve his behavior? Like, if I notice something with him, like, I'm like, is he being a little too aggressive? Okay, am I being too aggressive in some areas? What can I do to be a better parent, a better example to him of Christ? And so, with that being said, I love you guys. I will definitely be back with another video to encourage, to empower you. I love y'all. Y'all have a nice day.